Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Josie's Point of View, where we focus on human interest stories from the Carolinas and beyond. Today's Thursday and it's August the 25th, 2022. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're new to my channel, I'd like to extend to you a warm welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you find the information here to be informative. And if you're a return viewer, by all means, thank you for coming back. You know, I always say the tide changes so frequently here on these YouTube streets. So you always have to acknowledge where your support comes from. And I want you to know I sincerely thank you for your support. Feel free to like and to share this video. And don't forget to subscribe. And our story today takes us to Irwin, North Carolina. Take a look at the headline. And it reads, North Carolina couple who killed newborn and buried the body in backyard charged with murder. I'll provide you with a summary here, and as always, I'll place links to a few of the full articles in the description box. This is a really sad story, and it was one of the trending news stories last weekend, and it has to do with this couple, 28-year-old Dustin Van Dyke and 18-year-old Gracie Riddle. Now, they were arrested last Saturday, which was 20 August, and they were charged with first-degree murder after police say they killed their newborn child and buried the body in the backyard of the residence where they lived. And this is what has been reported by various news sources. Apparently, families say that Dustin Van Dyke and Gracie Riddle were blood relatives who apparently were living as a couple in this house here in the small town of Irwin. So it appears this relationship was no secret. They were a couple, and family members knew they were a couple. And it was a family member who alerted police last Friday that Gracie Riddle had delivered a newborn, and for reasons that were unclear, the parents had decided to end the newborn's life, and they just went ahead and buried the body out back in the back of the house. Now, what's rather interesting is that family members had been keeping this secret for several months. And sometimes, secrets affect your conscience, and you just have to speak out. You have to tell someone. So, a family member who was described as a male, he alerted the authorities about something hidden out back. And once police were alerted, they did not just dismiss his report. They obtained a search warrant, and with the help of cadaver dogs, they were able to locate the infant in the backyard. Now, in a phone conversation with one media source, the chief of police stated that the child had died around Thanksgiving. That's 9 months ago. My gosh, I wonder what took them so long to come forward and say something. But nonetheless, investigators did not reveal the gender of the newborn, and they did not believe the death of this child was an accident. They say it was murder. They say the child was born alive, and the parents made a decision to end the baby's life. And many in the community are feeling traumatized by the finding of this baby buried in the backyard in an area where a riding lawnmower had stood unmoved for many months. Many are left searching for answers. And as I already mentioned, the birth of this baby was the result of an incestuous relationship. Family members who did not wish to speak on camera did confirm that the couple were cousins and that when they found out she was pregnant, they panicked. But I'm just wondering how long they sat around and panicked. I'm wondering if they sat around and planned for months and months about this horrible final solution. Apparently, this couple did not speak to the right people. They decided to take matters into their own hands, and I have to say, allegedly. So 28-year-old Dustin Van Dyke and 18-year-old Gracie Riddle, they were arrested and charged with first-degree murder. They both had their first court appearance this past Monday. Both have court-appointed lawyers, and they remain in jail without bond, and a follow-up court date was not available. And this is a sad story, and it's one of those cases where you say the outcome could have been different. Why? Because there were alternatives. And even though I do not know where my audience resides, if you reside in the state of North Carolina, I just want to provide you with a reminder. I've said it before, so consider this a reminder, a refresher, that the state of North Carolina does have a safe surrender law, and it allows a parent to surrender a newborn up to 7 days old, surrender that newborn to a responsible adult without the parent having to provide his or her name. The law was developed to prevent newborn abandonment and newborn homicide, because reports say the risk of homicide early in the life is almost 10 times greater than in any other time in a person's life. This law provides parents who feel they have no other choice. It provides them with a way to safely surrender their newborn without having to provide their name. And here's how you do it. You need to find you a responsible adult. Now, here are a few options. Healthcare provider, law enforcement officer, social worker, emergency personnel. It could be a chaplain, it could be a priest. But the key is, these are just a few, but there are others. The key is to leave the baby with a responsible adult. Do not leave the baby somewhere hoping that someone would come by and find him or her. No, that is wrong. That is not safe surrender. Now, some states have already identified safe surrender locations. I want to encourage you to take a few minutes and do just a little bit of research and find out what's currently available in the state that you reside, should you become someone needing to use the services. I encourage you to do the right thing. And that's all I have for you right now. Feel free to leave me a comment below and let me know what you think about this video. And by all means, feel free to like it and to share it. And if you haven't done so already, I want to invite you to subscribe to my channel by clicking on that red subscribe button. It's on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. And if you click on the bell that looks just like this one here, it's the notification bell. If you click on that notification bell, you'll be the first to know whenever a new video is uploaded. I thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.